before the sun forgives the night, there are souls who carry flames just to keep a fragile light. Boots and dust, hearts held low, eyes that have seen too much pain. They walk where few would choose to go, through silence thicker than the rain. The land is tired, the wind is weak, history breathes through broken stone. Every face they pass can speak of battles fought and never shown. They don't shout, they don't pretend, they move like shadows stitched with fear, holding hands where stories end, trying hard to stay sincere. No one asks how heavy it feels to stand between the dark and day. They just learn how pain conceals and quietly obey. Sharing soldiers, sharing hope, in the dark we learn to cope. One heart bleeds so all can breathe, one soul bends so others believe. Sharing soldiers, sharing hope, tied together by a fragile rope. If peace feels close, if fear feels far, it's because of who they are. They share their water, share their bread, share the weight of sleepless nights, share the names of friends now dead under broken stars and fading lights. A laugh escapes, then quickly dies, like it feels ashamed to stay behind those tired, guarded eyes. There's so much they'll never say. Letters home are soft with lies. I'm okay, don't cry for me. Truth gets lost between the lines, where hope hides quietly. Mothers pray with folded hands, fathers wait beside the door. Every child who understands feels older than before. No applause for holding on, no reward for staying kind. They just face another dawn, leaving pieces of themselves behind. Sharing soldiers, sharing hope, through the nights when hearts can't cope. They trade fear for borrowed strength, holding on at any length. Sharing soldiers, sharing hope, learning how not to let go. If tomorrow feels less alone, it's because they shared their own. They remember rivers white, palm trees dancing in the sun, children laughing by the side of a life they left undone. In the quiet before the storm, they close their eyes and travel home, trying hard to stay warm so they don't turn into stone. The past walks with them every mile, in scars no one can see. They carry pain but still find smiles like acts of mercy. Peace is never clean or free, it's stitched with tears and loss, built by hands that bleed silently, paid for at a cost. If tomorrow never comes, if their voices fade away, let the earth remember them in every peaceful day. They were more than guns and fear, more than orders, more than lines. They were human, they were here, giving up their time. So when the world feels calm and whole, and laughter fills the air, remember those who share their souls, so hope could live somewhere. Sharing soldiers, sharing hope. When the nights are long and cold, they lean on hearts not made of stone, so no one stands alone. Sharing soldiers, sharing hope, in whispered prayers and quiet throats. If peace arrives with trembling steps, it's because they never left. Some come home but don't return, their bodies here, their minds afar. They still flinch, they still burn from remembering who they are. Uniforms folded, voices low, medals cold against the chest. They smile, so you won't know how little sleep they get to rest. Peace feels gentle to the free, to those who never heard the cries. But peace was bought painfully by sleepless nights and broken lives. They carry names we'll never hear, stories buried deep within, so we can live without that fear and teach our children how to dream. Sharing soldiers, sharing hope, not written down, not carved in stone, but in every breath we take, every choice we get to make. Sharing soldiers, sharing hope. If the world feels soft and slow, it's because they bore the pain, so love could rise again. Before the light touches anchor stone, before the monks begin to pray, there are souls who wake alone, carrying night into the day. Boots on dust, hearts held tight, names whispered into the wind. Every step is a borrowed fight, every breath a silent hymn. The land remembers every scar, every tear that touched the ground. Even stars look tied afar, watching pain without a sound. They stand where fear and duty meet, with shaking hands, with steady eyes, learning how to feel defeat without letting hope die. No flags can show what they have lost, no words can say what they defend. Peace is written at a cost that never truly ends. We are Cambodian, one heart standing soldiers, bound by love, though the nights grow colder. Not for glory, not for fame, but for tomorrow, born from pain. We are Cambodian, one heart standing soldiers. If our voices sound much softer, it's because we carry cries from those who stood and didn't rise. Letters home with careful lines, I'm okay, don't worry now. Truth is buried between the signs, under every fragile vow. Mothers light the evening flame. Fathers stare at empty chairs. Every prayer calls the same name. Every silence learns despair. They laugh sometimes to ease the ache, share small dreams like stolen bread. Smiles they force so friends won't break, while fear lies wide awake in bed. Some will never see the dawn, never feel the rain again. They live on in what goes on in the hearts of living men. No cameras in the falling rain, no applause when courage bends. Only brothers sharing pain, only sisters, only friends. We are Cambodian, one heart standing soldiers, walking through the weight of older sorrows. Every scar a sacred sign of borrowed strength and broken time. We are Cambodian, one heart standing soldiers. If the world sleeps calm tonight, it's because they face the storm, so peace could feel like home. They remember rivers wide, palm trees swaying in the heat, children laughing by the side of roads they pray they'll meet. In the quiet before the dark, they close their eyes and go back home, holding light like a fragile spark so they don't turn into stone. History will clean its page, write its truth in gentle lines, but never feel the silent enrage or the cost of borrowed time. Peace is not a gift we find lying untouched in open air. It's built by hearts that break inside, by souls who choose to care. If tomorrow never comes, if their names dissolve in rain, let the earth still hum their love, let the wind remember pain. They were more than war and fear, more than uniforms and lines. They were once just children here, dreaming simple, quiet lives. So when the bells of temples ring and markets fill with light, remember what that calm did bring. Remember who stood in the night. We are Cambodian, one heart standing soldiers, carving peace from nights grown colder. With trembling faith and tired hands, they held together broken land. We are Cambodian, one heart standing soldiers. If our tears fall soft and slow, it's because we cry for them and for the ones we'll never know. The war may end, but echoes stay in empty eyes and shaking hands. Some come home but drift away, still fighting where they stand. Metals cold against the chest can't warm the nights they lost. Sleep is just another test, memory the heaviest cost. Peace feels gentle to the free, to those who never heard the screams. But peace was paid so painfully, with shattered nights and broken dreams. They carry scars we cannot see, they carry names we'll never say. So we can simply live in peace and watch our children play. sun learns how to rise before the birds remember song. Boots touch earth with tired eyes on roads where hope feels thin and long. Morning mist on fields of pain, names are carved into the air. Every step repeats a prayer that peace might still be waiting there. They walk through memories of fire, through stories never told aloud. Dreams are heavy, hearts are tired, bravery wrapped in silence now. No one hears the fear they breathe, no one feels the weight they hold. Just the past beneath their feet and futures growing cold. They don't march for pride or praise, they don't ask for songs or fame. They stand between the darkened days and call it duty, call it pain. Cambodia's peace written by soldiers in tears and blood and nights grown colder. Every line is sacrifice, every word a shattered life. Cambodia's peace written by soldiers with trembling hands and hearts much older. If the world sleeps calm tonight, it's because they faced the fight. Letters home with gentle eyes, I am fine, don't worry now. Truth is hidden between the lines, behind a forced and fragile vow. Mothers wait beside the door, fathers stare into the rain. Every knock breaks them once more, every silence screams their name. Laughter echoes just to cope in moments stolen from despair. They share their bread, they share their hope, like something holy in the air. Some will fall and never know if the peace they built survived, only that they gave their souls so others could live their lives. No cameras in the dark of night, no applause when courage bends, only shadows guarding light, only brothers, only friends. Cambodia's peace written by soldiers on broken ground, on heavy shoulders. Each step forward costs a dream, nothing here is what it seems. Cambodia's peace written by soldiers in whispered prayers they can't control. If freedom feels so calm and near, it's because they stood in fear. They remember rivers wide, palm trees dancing in the breeze, children laughing by the side of a life they hope to see. In the quiet before the storm, they close their eyes and travel home, holding on to who they were before the world turned them to stone. History will turn the page, write its lines in clean white ink, but never feel the silent rage or hear the thoughts they never think. Peace is never born in light, it grows in places torn apart, watered by the longest nights and the slow break of a heart. If tomorrow never comes, if their names fade from the land, let the wind still hum their love, let the soil still understand. They were more than war and guns, more than orders, more than lines. They were sons and they were young, giving up their borrowed time. So when the temples stand in peace and the markets laugh again, remember how the fighting ceased, remember who paid then. Cambodia's peace written by soul so hope could find a home. Cambodia's peace, written by soldiers, not in gold, not carved in stone, but in every breath we take, every dawn they helped create. The war ends, but echoes stay in shaking hands and distant eyes. Some come home but can't escape the ghosts that never say goodbye. Uniforms folded, medals cold, placed beside unfinished lives. Stories that were never told sleep behind those hollow eyes. Peace feels gentle, peace feels free to those who never heard the screams. But peace was bought so painfully by shattered nights and broken dreams. They carry scars we cannot see, they carry loss we'll never know, so we can simply live in peace and watch our children grow. Cambodia's peace, written by soldiers in rain-soaked fields and silent orders. Every heartbeat paid the price so peace could breathe and life could rise. Cambodia's peace, written by soldiers. If our voices sound much softer, it's because they screamed our pain, so we wouldn't have to again. When the land is calm and still and the night knows no alarms, listen close, you'll hear them still in the wind, in quiet psalms. Cambodia's peace was not for sale, it was written slow and true by those who stood where others failed.